Okay, guys, good morning. What I want to do, we're going to do bar graphs here in a second, but I want to go over, and unfortunately our Wi-Fi isn't working, or else I have my tablet up. But this is what I posted yesterday. This is something, it's interpreting a bar graph, and this might be a problem you might get on the math portion of the task. So if you look at this bar graph, the middle one right here, you see Pierce Bronson at the top, George Lazenby, Sean Connery, Robert Moore, and Timothy Dalton. So it says a class of 30 children voted for their favorite actor who played James Bond. Okay, so remember there's 30 people in the class. Okay, so what you'd have to do to figure this out, you'd multiply all these fractions times 30, and it'd be 30 over 1. So for Pierce Bronson, it'd be 2/5 times 30 over 1. Okay. And then, unfortunately, I can't show you, but you would do 2/5 times 30 over 1. You could cross multiply. And what you would get is 12 over 1. So it'd be 12 of the children voted for Pierce Bronson. And for George Lazenby, you do 1/10 over 30 over 1, you'd cross multiply, and you'd get 3 people voted for George Lazenby. For Sean Connery, it's 1 over 5. Okay, so same thing, you do 1/5 times 30 over 1, you would cross multiply, and you end up getting 6. So 1/5 is 6. Roger Moore is going to be the same at 6. And Timothy Dalton, 1 out of 10. That would be the same as George Lazenby. That would be 3. So 12, 3, that's 15. Anyways, all these would equal 30. So it'd be 30 total students. Each one of these would be, it would equal 30. Okay, so that's just an example. And down below, you would do the same thing. So if you're having trouble, and I'm sorry our Wi-Fi is not working, or else I'd be able to kind of show you. But I think some of you, we did multiplying with fractions. So that's all. That's all this is. You're going to multiply when you see something like that. Okay. So I want to go on to bar graphs here, you guys. And these are a little bit easier. These are probably, for you guys, maybe the most. Let me see. I want to do a different one first. Okay. So it says reading bar graphs. And the first thing you want to do, once again, is look at the title. And it's hot dogs sold per day. And then on the y-axis, which is the vertical one, up and down, we go from 0 all the way up to 90 hot dogs. Then the x-axis, it's the days, the 5 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. So this is pretty straightforward. This is how most bar graphs are going to be. You're usually going to have the numbers going up and down, the vertical on the y, and the days or whatever on the bottom. Days, months, things like that, time. Okay. So first question, how many hot dogs are sold on Monday? So we're going to see Monday, top of the graph, top of the bar is right at 70. So on Monday, there were 70 hot dogs sold. Okay. Then how many hot dogs are sold on Tuesday? We just go up the bar and we see it tops right out at 60. So on Tuesday, there were 60. Okay. Did the number of hot dogs sold increase or decrease between Tuesday and Wednesday? Okay, so we're going to compare Tuesday and Wednesday. So we just did Tuesday. We know there's 60 hot dogs sold. Wednesday, there are only 50. So the number of hot dogs between Tuesday and Wednesday decreased. It went from 60 on Wednesday to only 50, 60 on Tuesday, only 50 on Wednesday. So it decreased by 10. Okay. Then were more hot dogs sold on Thursday or Friday? So we're going to compare Thursday and Friday. And so Thursday, there were 40 sold. Friday, there were only 10. So the answer to this one, there are more hot dogs sold on the Thursday. And which day had the fewest number of hot dogs sold? Well, we're going to look at this and we're going to see Friday has the smallest. the bar only goes up to 10. So Friday would be the least amount of hot dogs, okay? And here are just the answers. So, okay, let's go to our next one here. Okay. And you're going to read this. This says, this bar graph shows the number of ads played on different radio stations in a day. Use the graph to answer the questions. So once again, the vertical axis going up and down has the number of ads played. And on the bottom are the different types of radio stations. The last graph, it was days. Today, it's a different radio station. So remember that the number is always going to be, usually, I'm not going to say always, usually on the vertical axis, up and down. Okay, so the first question, how many ads are played on the 80 stations? So the 80 station is the first one here in yellow. We're just going to see this bar goes up to 8. So there were 8 ads played on the 80 station. So this says, number 2, were there more ads on the rock station or the country station? So rock is right here. Rock only has 1, and the country has 5. So there are more ads played on the country station, okay? This one says, were there fewer ads on the talk station or the jazz station? Okay, so the talk had 9 and the jazz had 10. So there were fewer ads on the talk station. There were only 9 ads and the jazz station had 10. And then it says, what station had exactly 10 ads? Well, we just looked at the jazz and the bar graph tops out at 10. So the jazz station had 10 ads. Okay. Number 5, what is the difference in the number of ads played on the country station and the number played on the talk station? Okay, so the country has 5 and the talk has 9. So it's just going to be 9 minus 5. There are four more ads played on the talk. Oh, hold on here. The country station and the talk station. Okay, yeah. So there are 4 more ads played on the talk station. So the next question, number 6. What is the combined number of ads played on the jazz station and the rock station? Okay, so the jazz station has 10. The rock station has 1, so that would be 11. You would just add both those together. Which station had the most ads? Well, that would be the jazz station, 10. Okay. Which station had the fewest ads? That's the rock station. The rock station only had 1. Then 9 says, how many more ads did the jazz station have than the talk station? Well, the jazz had 10 and the talk had 9, so it's 1 more ad on the jazz station. And then how many fewer ads did the rock station have than the 80 station? So the rock had 1 ad and the 80 station had 8. So 8 minus 1 is 7. So this is just basically when you get something like this and there's these questions, you're just going to be comparing the different bar graphs. There might be addition, there might be subtraction, things like that. That's going to ask you to incorporate some of the functions that we've already covered. Okay, I think that's it for that one. Let me see. I think we went through 10. Yep. Okay. So the last one would be, let me see here. Oh. Okay. So let's look at this graph. Will brought a jumbo bag of Fruito candy. Before chowing down, he decided to see how many pieces of each flavor were in there. Use the graph below, answer questions. So this graph is about flavors in his jumbo bag of Fruito candy. Okay, so once again, on the bottom are the flavors. There's banana, strawberry, orange, and watermelon. That's on the horizontal. It goes across and vertical goes up, and vertical is the number of pieces of candy of each flavor. Okay, how many pieces were banana? Well, banana looks like there were 8 pieces. Okay, number 2, were there more banana pieces or orange pieces? So banana is 8, orange is only 5, so there's going to be more banana pieces. 3 says, were there fewer strawberry pieces or watermelon pieces? Strawberry is 6, watermelon is 2, so there were fewer watermelon pieces. Which flavor had exactly 5 pieces in the bag? We're going to look, so if we go over to 5 and just go all the way across, we're going to see that orange had exactly 5 pieces of candy in it. Okay. So what is the difference in the number of watermelon pieces and the number of strawberry pieces? So watermelon had 2 and strawberry had 6. So it's going to be 4 different pieces. Okay. 6, what is the combined number of strawberry and watermelon pieces? So strawberry has 6, watermelon has 2, so that's going to be 8. Which flavor had the most pieces in the bag? And that's going to be banana. We saw that. That's got 8, so it's got the most pieces. Which flavor had the fewest pieces? We're going to look. We can see watermelon's the smallest bar graph and only had 2 pieces. And then how many more strawberry pieces were there than watermelon pieces? So strawberry, we see we have 6. Watermelon only has 2, so that's going to be 4 more pieces. And how many fewer pieces, watermelon pieces, were than banana pieces? So watermelon has 2 and banana has 8, so it's going to be 6. Okay, so, the bar graphs, like I said, you guys, are pretty straightforward. Usually the quantity or the number of whatever we're trying to identify goes up and down. And then in the bottom, like you saw, you had maybe the flavors, the days, could be months, it could be whatever. So that's going to be it. I will post some more practice of some bar graphs. And I'm going to be doing science here about 10:30. Then I'll do social studies after that today. So hopefully I'll see some of you. If not, have a wonderful day, and I'll go ahead and give you some more practice in the classroom. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon.